here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. So we're going to start with a warm-up. Just move your arm around to start warming up your arm, getting the blood circulating. Bend those knees, make it bigger, further down, drop. Keep stirring that arm and lift it up and up, really high and back. And make sure you're deep breathing. Change your arms. Start with just a slight movement with the arm. Drop the shoulders, relax them, make a big stirring motion. A little bit up. These warm-ups are deceptive because they really warm up the body. They're so simple, and they prepare your body to work and to get stronger faster. Some people avoid warm-ups, and then they don't know why they don't improve as quickly as their next door neighbor beside them. And that's because their muscles haven't been properly prepared. It's like if you were ironing clothes, you don't want to iron dirty clothes. So this is the preparing of the clothes. You wash them, and then you're ready to work them, ready to iron out all the wrinkles with the stretching and strengthening. But if you don't get the muscles relaxed enough, move around. If you don't get them warm enough, then they're not going to lengthen, elongate sufficiently. Just do a figure eight with those arms, moving the shoulders up and down, tipping up and down, and shifting your weight. Change sides. You shift weight one way, and it's so easy to do. You just follow the natural flow of your body. What we're trying to do in classical stretch is work through the chains, the muscle chains. So there's like natural, none of the muscles are actually linked up together, but they all flow in certain sequences. One flows after the other. Get down, back, lift, drop, and just move around, relax. And stretch up, back, lift, round your back, relax. Just move around. So if it feels right, you're probably doing it correctly. Lift, back, lift, drop, relax the fingers. It's really, really important that you learn how to relax. Because if you can't relax, then you can't really strengthen your muscles as much as you can when you've been able to relax them first. Throw a frisbee. Because they stay locked. If they're tight, if they're not relaxing, they'll stay locked when you're strengthening them. And what you're trying to do is lengthen them and strengthen them in an elongated position. You'll be really surprised. The changes. Round, move around. The changes that happen when you do a correct warm-up. So now, stretch out your arms. You're going to pull one arm out, bend both your knees, and try to touch the opposite hand with the top arm. Don't lower that hand. So keep pulling that hand sideways as you rotate front. Pull that arm behind you. That was a half rotation. Now we're going to go full. Work your whole back. Pull that arm behind you. And up. Now both arms in front. Pull them in front. Stretch out your spine. And when you get to the side, turn sideways. Lift up. Reach. Waist rotation. Waist rotation should pull the waist. Don't sink into your waist. Other side. Single arm. So pull that arm sideways, pull to the front, pull that arm behind you, and over. Keep that arm pulling sideways. So you're using that to stabilize the one shoulder as you pull against it. So it gives you something to resist against. Both arms in front. Pull to the front, stop at the front for a second, go to the side, face me, turn, reach, and now waist rotation, right up tall, right around, and go the other way, waist rotation, and pull one arm behind you, pull it back, diagonally front, tummies in as tight as you can, grab a rope, and crunch down. Pull with all your might. Right down. So shift your legs from one lunge to another. Pull that arm back. Pull the arm behind. behind you. Pull up, front, knee out, down. Should feel really good through the whole spine, through the shoulders, up, lift to the ceiling, higher, work through the ribs, through your back muscles. The latissimus dorsi is your lower back muscles. And just rotate to the front, grab your fingers, do a shoulder blast, stretch it out, and we're going to go to the other side. Pull that arm behind you, lift. Lift higher, crunch it down, and behind you. Pull that arm back so you open up your chest. Lift up, lift higher, crunch. Down you go. Right over, lift. Up, crunch down. Finish with the shoulder blast. Open those arms out. Push in front. Lift them to the ceiling. And imagine that you're grabbing hold of a church bell. You're going to do pulling on a heavy church bell. Tuck your tailbone under. So lots of resistance. Try to put those arms right down on the ground. Come up. Stir a huge pot of thick glue. So lots of resistance. Put around. Okay, put it down. Roll up. One vertebra at a time. Open your chest. Pull back. Bend those elbows and now straighten them out. Bend them. Pull the elbows down. Straighten the arms. And here we go again. Grab hold of that church bell, tuck your tailbone under, and fight it because it's heavy and it's hard to pull the bell down. So pull down on that heavy rope. Roll up. Grab hold of a big, huge spoon and stir. Thick glue that doesn't want to move. Big movement. Resist. Lots of resistance. Lower down. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Reach to the ceiling. Make sure that you're pulling your spine. Never sink in your spine. Arms up. Pull the arms back as you drop your weight forward. Make a fist. And pull down. Get those shoulder blades together. Push those arms behind you. Do it again. Bend. Pull. Now stay here. Drop the elbows up, hands down. Elbows down, hands up. Stretch out. Lift your chin. Do it again. Grab hold of that church bell. Knees bent. Tuck under. It's heavy, so you want to feel the spine working, so it's lots of resistance. But you notice we don't use equipment. So the weights that we're using to stress our muscles and bones are the weight of your own body. We weigh enough that we can give sufficient resistance to stress our bones and stress our muscles without having to grab hold of pull those arms forward, an outside weight. And pull, bend. Elbows up, elbows back. So just for normal daily life strengthening, we just need our own body for resistance. We don't need extra weights unless we're planning on becoming weightlifters or football players or Olympians. Stretch. Grab the whoops. I think I forgot about stirring the glue. Move around. Stir that glue. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Stretch to the ceiling. Reach up, pull your abs. You probably notice that you've grown a fraction since starting, because you can grow from the morning when you come in and start your workout to after your workout when you've actually pulled all your muscles up. And when you pull your muscles up, you give more space for the organs inside to be able to be housed. So you don't have your stomach and your kidneys and your intestines all hanging out in front, because you've given them some space to live in. Okay, so now, round your back, pull those arms in. You want to open your pectorals, open your chest. Use your spine, open your chest. Do it again, and open your chest. Do it again. Now, same thing, but tuck under. Tuck down, Pull back, tuck down. We're going to go to the other side. So you're working one side of the iliopsoas. That's this thing here. That works right into your spine. So when we shift sides, we're shifting sides for a reason. We're not making you do any exercises that aren't going to help your body. Go back, in. These work right through your pectorals. These exercises are great to help get rid of flabby underarms. You bend your knees and shift your hips. You want to keep your body straight and you just move your hips. So I'm not shifting around. I'm just moving my hips. What that means is that I'm moving my spine. Okay, so good. Now keep moving around. Just move your hips bigger and move your hips bigger. Okay, now you're going to move your leg. Just move your leg around and now lift it up and move it around. Nice hip cleaner. Okay, circle it around and circle it around. 3, so you want to really loosen up the hips. Move your hips again. Knee in and out. Just rotate your knee in and out. And then the hip cleaner, that's a figure 8. And a little circles around with those legs. It's fun to draw circles in the sand. It feels really good on my feet. That I like. Okay. Shift your hips one way. Come up. Pull your bum behind you and pull it to the back corner. So you're going to keep stretching those insides of your legs. Shift. Keep your back up. And shift. And keep your back up. Now, if you have weak backs, or very tight hamstrings, these muscles, you can keep your knees bent during this next exercise. So arms out. So first just start as though you're floating through air. So you're going to open your chest, pull those arms behind you, and just rotate on your spine. So this is an exercise that's going to strengthen your back muscles and increase the range of motion of your whole core. Okay, because we don't want to be stiff. When you get stiff, then everything gets thick. So you want to stay supple, so everything stays thin and loose and firm. Okay, now we're going to keep rotating as you bend slightly forward, and you can bend your knees. So keep flowing through an invisible, like water. I hope you can see the ocean behind me, because it would feel great to do these rotations right in the water. You're going to get those arms up, bend your knees if you have to, or keep them straight. And now you're going to start feeling the hamstrings. Now this, pull those arms in front, reach them towards the television set, and now think like a marionette and relax. Just sway around, release the tension in your back. Because in this workout, we're really loading the back muscles. Stretch down, so we repeat several times. Okay, pull those arms in front. And what you're pulling are these back muscles here, as well as your neck. As you pull one arm towards the television, you're pulling one side of the spine, and then the other side of the spine. Relax. Take the pressure off, because it loads your back, but we need strong backs. We need strong backs to support our full torso. Okay, now you're going to rotate. And as I said, you can keep your knees bent. So rotate, take your top arm, rotate further. Use your muscles to move your body. So don't fling your body, move it, and then move it more. Now you're going to go to the other side, take both hands and grab your ankles. Bend your knees, try to flatten your back, and then stretch your legs 3 times. Bend your knees and stretch your knees. And you don't have to straighten them if you can't. All we're trying to do is work through the hamstrings and work through the glutes, the bum. Go to the other side. Nice and slow movements, slow, easy, and deliberate to stretch the spine, stretch the glutes, that's the bum area, and stretch the hamstrings. Bend and straighten. Now, just take your elbows, hold your elbows, and sway side to side, slowly. Nice and slowly. And as I said, you can keep your knees bent the whole time. Don't move too quickly. Every time you move, try to drop your elbows further towards the ground. So right down towards the ground. and down towards your ankles, the ground, your ankles. Now bend both your knees, move your head to relax it, and roll up one vertebra at a time. Deep breathe, slowly lift the arms behind you. People love that exercise. Pull, pull, pull. That exercise feels so good. Everybody feels the looseness in their legs after doing that. Okay, pull your tummies in. We're going to work the side extensors. Bend the knee. Now, just lift the hip up. Lift the hip down. Keep it down. That's the correct way. So just shift, keeping your hips parallel to the front. Don't tip your hips up and down. Okay? Here we go. Pull, 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 pull. Change. One. Pull, pull. Now slice the arm up past your ear and pull and pull and pull. Pull, pull, and pull. This is really to thin out the waist, to strengthen the obliques. Because our stomach, this is part of our stomach, but our stomach starts around the side, and so we want to pull it in with all the stomach muscles. So these obliques are your stomach. Stay here. Pull the lower arm. Okay, you're going to take the top arm. Pull it down. Lift it up. Pull it down. Lift it up. Pull it down. Lift it up. Pull it down. Grab your wrist. Stretch. Pull that arm behind you. Okay, now reach, lift. Other arm. Right over. Reach. Down. Lift. Now pull with all your might. Try to touch your hand. All your might. And every time you pull, you're going to feel that waist. Pull it. But it has to be strong to support the side movement. Because you're loading up your sides as you're bending over. Grab your wrist. Keep those arms beside your ears. Don't let them go in front. Pull. Take that arm back. Pull, pull, pull. Reach. Now keep challenging yourself. Don't let yourself slowly drop those arms forward. Keep them back. Right over. Other arm. Right up. Behind you. Pull it in. Pull it behind you a bit. Make it more difficult. Don't think just because you're by yourself there that you can do it more easily. No. You're your worst enemy if you decide that it's okay to cheat on yourself. Because the reason why you're exercising is because you want to improve your body. You want to stay strong. So don't cheat on yourself. Okay. Okay, straighten up my little bed here. And tummies in. Squeeze your legs. Pull your chest up. 1, 2, 3. Slowly up. 1. Forcing those hips open. So you use the thighs to force those legs open. 1. Back straight. 3. And try to use those legs and go as deep in your plie as possible. And it will stretch the groin and stretch the hips. But if you have bad knees, just go to the correct level. If you ever feel like a knife pain, ever, that's a warning that you should stop. But if you just feel the aching of the muscles working, well, that's good. So don't stop. So people with bad knees, they sometimes have to stop just a little bit higher. But keep checking your legs, because you might strengthen them and just stabilize in an easy position. So keep checking how deeply you can do your plies, because the deeper you can go, the better it is for you. Okay, up, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do a tiny little jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In, open, in, open, in, open. Arms above the head. Pull, stretch, pull, stretch, pull, stretch, pull, stretch. In, open, in. Your legs should be burning around now. Arms above your head. Down. These workouts are roughly 23 minutes. So that's not a long workout, and you'll get huge changes. Just keep working at your maximum. So So next, we just contracted the quads a little bit. Now you're going to tuck under, bend the knees, and drop right down. And you're going to stretch out your quad. Push the legs straight, bend your knees, and stretch out that leg, and bend your knees. So here we go. Just keep going. Stretch that leg out, bend that knee to work your quad. Stretch that leg out, and bend the knee to work your quad. And stretch it out, bend. Change sides. Other side. Drop down. You want to really do a good pelvic tilt. And drop right down. So you're going to feel the quad being stretched. Leg out. Bend the knee. And you're going to feel the stretch through the quad. We strengthen them, and pliés also elongate them, but this is going to stretch them even more. Okay, go a little forward. Bend down. And stretch it out. Now we're going to get inside the legs. So you're going to shift your hips, long adductor stretch, pull those hips back and make sure your chest is up. So make sure you're looking at the TV, so you're arching your back. Flex your foot down, and come up. Shift your weight. Pull those hips back, flex your foot, and foot flat down. You're going to be feeling that stretch inside your legs. Do that long adductor stretch again. So you've got to make sure that you really swivel those hips over. The knee and the foot are in line, and the hips, you've got an alignment here. Flex your foot and rotate. Now what we're going to do is come up and shift the weight forward. Shift the weight forward, woo! And shift the weight back. Change sides. So it's really important. Alignment is really important, and the spine alignment. So you want to pull your tailbone back, pull your back up. Stretch right out. Flex your foot and rotate that leg within the socket. And foot down. Shift your weight forward. So you're going to stretch out the hip, pull the bum behind you again. And stretch forward. And pull that bum back. Just round those arms. Pull, stretch out your back. Little shoulder blast. Pull your backs. Double arm figure eight. So pull your hands towards the television set. Figure eight. Pull the hands towards me and pull the tailbone under. Pull. And pull. Raise those arms above your head. Pull your stomach in. Reach to the ceiling. A little higher. And I hope you had a good workout. I did. And I'll see you tomorrow. Both arms back.